Yeah, actually, I'm getting a guy just emailed me saying that he can't, that he was never sent a confirmation link with the link to log in. Obviously, there's people logging in, but I'm just wondering, that link that you just sent me, is that good for him too, or does he need a different link?
He needs a different link. That link that I just sent you, that would put him on like you're on.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, I'll just send him the replay. Let's get this started. You ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. No. Hey, here we go. Yeah, so this is Keith Baxter. I just wanted to say thanks for joining us today at it's 2 p.m. Central Standard Time right now. I have an old friend of mine on here, Jeffrey Evans. He has developed something that a lot of people didn't think could be automated. A lot of us were using a process that was very labor intensive and costly with outsourcers to get the data, but that has all changed. If you got the email and you register for this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and that's the whole video poking concept. Well, all I'm going to say, I'm going to just turn this over, enough jibber jabber. He's got something to show you, and Jeffrey, why don't you jump on into it, bud?
Thank you much, Keith. That's what I like, a no-nonsense approach. All right, so let me do a little screen share here.
Oh, wait a second. Aren't we supposed to do, can everybody hear me? Type Y into, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
And while you're at it, why don't you type in the city where you were born?
and Jeffrey, can you at least spend 35 and a half minutes talking about yourself? That way, we get at least, 35 and a half minutes rather than jumping into this.
I actually have it built into my slide presentation. And I meant for it to go the full 35 and a half minutes, but unfortunately, I timed it and it happens in less than 60 seconds. But let me...
man, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you have it, man. I'm just being silly.
It's a rough thing. Okay, so we're going to talk about video poking, places I can rank with no work. Who am I and why you don't care? First, who am I? That's my face. That face is going to become important a little later in the presentation, believe it or not. I spent 8 years in the Coast Guard, 7 years with NYPD. I was the CEO of a software engineering firm in Boston. I'm a commercial licensed pilot. And the most important part of this page, I was last employed by someone else in 1994. I started doing business online in 1997. I learned SEO, and I missed several of the gold rushes. I didn't get into AdSense at the very beginning. I never mastered AdWords. Okay, so I'm one of these guys that comes in after things are working. And anyway, I entered internet marketing space as a vendor in 2008. Not in my slides, but it was actually Keith Baxter that gave me my start in outsourcing. And we do SEO, outsourcing, automation, software development. And I currently live in Pattaya, Thailand. All of the scenes you see in the background, those are all taken on the beach in Pattaya. Why you don't care. What I'm going to show you just works. Who I am makes no difference. There went 60 seconds of your life that you'll never get back. All right, I'm going to show you how in less than 5 minutes of work, you can bring life-changing results. I mean, this is absolutely amazing, and it amazes me every time I do it. What is video poking? Video poking is putting a video on YouTube with the desired keyword in the title, description, and tags, and checking to see if you have immediate rankings. This is not new, but recently I saw it with a twist. Rather than uploading a video, someone was using YouTube's Creative Commons videos to do this, and I guess Keith already knew how to do it that way, but I didn't. And so I was watching a video of somebody do this, and I'll get to that in a second. What is the Creative Commons? Creative Commons is just a licensing mechanism, right? And something in Creative Commons says that you can use it, and they have different restrictions depending on the license. Guess what? There are different kinds of CC licenses, and we don't care because we use them, we gather our data, and then we delete them. The manual process. You go to YouTube, you search by a keyword, you filter it by CC license, you change the title, the tags, and the description to the keyword phrase. You save it, you wait a few minutes, and you check the rankings, and then you delete. That's the manual process. Somebody recently put out a course for the measly price of $497 to show you how to do this. It was a completely manual process until now. Okay, so to show you what the software looks like, I need to be just a little bit careful here. Okay, there's a YouTube login page. I actually ran a demonstration just for this this group, and this is still live from that. So there's a page where we put in our YouTube accounts. And then we come over here to general settings and we put in our keyword and our location. And so in this case, the example I like to use is some stuff in the motorbike rental industry. Not very common in the US, but where I am, there's a motorbike rental shop on every other block. All right. So in here, I get to specify how many videos per account I'm going to put in. I normally put in 5, but for the demonstration, I put in 3. And this is how many search pages deep I want to go looking. And to me, I take the minimum 3, because if it's not on page 1, it's really not a poking candidate, right? So anyway, I have a little video here, and this is from earlier tonight. I'm going to show you what this looks like. This is how the software runs. I'm just going to go through a couple of examples. So we tell it to run after we've set it up.
Hey, real quick, I'm not seeing the software coming up on your desktop by chance.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's me and my lack of Hangout skills. There we go.
I was going to say, man, this is going to be a great software demo that we don't get to see.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Let's see here. Screen share.
All right.
Here's what I need. And is this the video?
It's just your face right now. So
yeah, I'm looking on the screen to see where the video is supposed to be, because maybe this is it. Okay.
Ah, there we go. I see it now.
All right. So let me get this video rolling and see if it actually rolls. Are you seeing video moving?
I am not.
You're not. Okay.
Just seeing the Buddy Video Instant Penetrator interface.
You're seeing the actual software. Did we see the software when Jeffrey was moving around before? Maybe not. Okay. Jeffrey, good job. All right. Let's go back to our Hangout controls. Jeffrey, hit the rewind button. And
I do think it's awesome that you reference yourself with your first name.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. This is the software itself. All right. And I don't want to click on the YouTube because I've got a bunch of live accounts in there. We can operate on a single account or multiple accounts. I guess what I could do is I could come over here and I could pause the screen share. Is the screen share paused?
Yep.
Good. And let's go to my YouTube. I'm just going to delete these out because I don't want to have to edit them. And now we'll go back and we'll share this again. Okay. Now you get to see the actual software.
Perfect.
Now you get to see a video of the actual software. All right. So what I did was I put in the keywords here, right? A keyword, comma, location, and I told it to run. And this is what happens. It pops up an external browser. Now this external browser is using, everything here is actually working through proxies, all right? You don't have to use proxies, but I do use them. And when it's going through proxies, it's using WebRTC. So for those people who don't know, when you use a straight proxy, Google can see your real proxy because by default, both Chrome and Firefox have WebRTC enabled, all right? We disable it so that they cannot see your real IP address. I've got a whole video that it's not really important that you understand why it works or exactly what's happening, but I'm telling you that we deal with it, all right? So here we go. We've automatically logged in to YouTube, and for some reason this first one took just a minute before it went to the page it's supposed to navigate to. We have delays built in this that are random. Here we go. So we're going to set up the project. Motorbike rental Pattaya. And we're going to go search for Creative Commons videos for motorbike rental. We pick one, and we're going to set up the video to handle it. Then we save it. And then we're going to go in and we're going to edit the properties. We're going to take that keyword and location, and we're going to put it in the title, we're going to put it in the description, and we're going to put it in the tags. Although this is not a bad view we've got right now.
And just to stress, this is all automated. This is all the software doing this. This isn't you pushing buttons right now.
Yeah, it's not smoke and mirrors. Let's talk about the accounts you're going to use, okay? You want to use single phone verified YouTube accounts. You don't want to use double verified. You don't want to have Google. Absolutely don't want to have Google Plus enabled, because right after we poke and we get our results, we want to delete, right? So here we are typing in our tags and whatnot. And then guess what? We're right on to the next one. Now, I recommend that you not do anything else on your computer while you're doing this. So the best time to do this is before you go to bed. You got a big long list, tell it to run and go to sleep. Wake up to gold. I am absolutely amazed at how many keywords are out there with very serious money behind them. In the first 5 days that I put this out, I had people coming back to me. One kid came back. I won't tell you his niche, but I'll tell you there's money in it. The leads are $17 to $40 a piece, and overnight he found 200 keywords that he could rank for on page 1. All right. And another guy come back. He says, I got 19 keywords that the cost per click is $175 a piece. It just goes on and on and on. The only people who don't make money with this are the people who don't use it, or the people who just go out and they do a lot of poking and then don't put up the videos to monetize what they found. All right, so there is an example of a couple of videos that have gone through, and if I let this just keep running, what you would see is after 3 videos, because that's what I set the software for, it will close this window and it will open up and log into a new YouTube account. It's pretty cool, actually. Here's I think this is the 3rd video. I'm just skipping the video ahead here a little bit. And here we go, we're logging into a new YouTube account. I see some people on there in the question box that say they didn't receive confirmations either. Okay. So I'm going to fast forward this. So we've gone through and we've done all of our poking. And we come down here to the end. By the way, Keith, I think this is a great way to demonstrate software, this time-lapsed recording.
Well, the nice thing is yeah, I agree, actually.
Don't waste people's time.
Right.
Okay, so let's move this on down. And what it's doing now, I didn't notice I had passed it up. Let's see. When it's all done, you get an initial report. See, this is already into rank checking. Okay. I'll just take this on up. It goes through and it tests, and then when it's done, you get this report. And it says total videos added, total videos ranked to. Now, I used US proxies for a Thailand market. We actually ranked a little more than this. But I give this file out to everybody who buys the program. And you'll see when we go look at the results that a lot of people go in and play with my sample file. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm glad I'm not actually doing something in this market. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what it actually results in.
Hey, I want to clarify one thing with you real quick, because in the past, I would wait 24 hours before I checked my rankings. And this has the ability to do an instant check. Which obviously gives, I mean, if that data comes back as positive, it's great information. What's your recommendation on that?
If you're only doing, we actually have a delay set in there, right? And if you're doing a bunch of videos, I wait an entire 60 seconds because by the time it gets to the last video, a lot of time is passed. But I've never seen anything take more than 5-10 minutes. And we have a test button in there. We got training videos for everything now. But we have a test button in there that, what's the word I'm looking for? That you can go back and run your results again.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. We also have in the, let me get to the right, get my right, deal up here on my Firefox.
Yeah, just to recap for everybody that's listening, if you're not grasping what just happened, so basically we took a series of accounts, loaded them up into the software. The software automated creating videos for every single keyword that was loaded up, and then goes out and does an auto check for each of those keywords. And any keyword that ranks in the top 3 on page 1, all of those videos, of course, are deleted. But then through other accounts, you have the ability to then upload your money videos, your reviews, or whatever it is that you're going to upload that's going to make you money or generate leads or generate pay-per-call actions. Without a doubt that almost the instant that you upload those with the same data that ranked the first time, you're going to rank again and simply replace that video that the software tested out for you.
Okay. Now, you'll see a lot of stuff in here. We have some features in there that allow you to use prefixes and suffixes and a lot of stuff I don't want to bore you with, but you see a lot of those results in here too. Like you see where this says black motorbike rental, Nakula 150cc, right? This was just somebody playing around. All right. So let's see. Why did I pick this particular page? Let me look at my dates here. Okay, there it is, hiding in the #1 position. Motorbike rental Nakula, 23 minutes ago. Okay. Maybe that was just a fluke. Let's look at another one. Did my screen change for you?
Yeah, no, I'm seeing exactly what you're saying.
Motorbike rental Nang Pro, 23 minutes ago. What's this one? Now, some of these are old stuff of mine, but here we are. Oh, my goodness, all the way down to number 4. One thing you misstated slightly is, in this case, I'm checking the top 3 pages, right? But I only care about those on page 1. You could go out to check to page 9 if you wanted to. Originally, we were always checking page 5, and I says, yeah, I don't like waiting for it to test 5 pages because I don't care about 5 pages. But here we are at 26 minutes, number 4. Okay, so this happens pretty quick. And I can look at some of this, like this isn't me, but this guy, I don't know if you guys will recognize this or not. Frank Thomas, that's the guy who developed the live stream genius. Okay, and this Johnston J, that's one of my accounts from doing demos. And this is one I just did, this 26 minutes, is Kevin K. All right, this is Frank Thomas again. This is Frank Thomas again. Walsh W is from one of my accounts doing demos. Here's Frank Thomas again. And this is why, when I was first testing the software, my YouTube account had Google Plus enabled. This is what happens if you enable Google Plus. All right. So do you see how with some keywords you can go in and blanket the first page with different accounts, and the Google Plus shows up as a different video. Kind of an unexpected bonus. Let's see. Let's go down to the next one. What do we have here? This just had some Google Plus stuff left in it. Oh, yes. And for those of you who have stayed all the way to the end, I'm going to give you a piece of software just for showing up. And it kind of complements the software because it is what we call our Buddy Video First Page Checker. And what it does is you give a list of keywords, and it'll go and see if there are any videos on page 1, right? And that tells you that it's possible to rank video there. So your order of doing things is you start off and you use Buddy VIP, and you get all that stuff that you can get for free, all right? And then when you've taken care of all that, when you've capitalized on all of that, then you take your keywords that you couldn't get for free and you run it through the first page checker. And if it comes back and it shows videos for that stuff, then you know video is possible. And there's an assortment of tools you can use. I happen to use one called Niche Pulse, but there's a number of tools you can use that'll go and give you relative indication as to how difficult it would be to move into that other video's position. Let me go and take a look at our questions. Somebody wants pictures of me in front of a fancy car. Right? Somebody said not seeing this, only seeing the water. I hope that we got all the screen stuff sorted out. Somebody says, are we still live? Somebody asks, how do you keep your rankings? Okay, this is very important. And I know I didn't explain this. You poke to discover what you can rank for with basically no work. All right? Then you go through and you delete those out. Those are poking accounts. Those are not publishing accounts. You have a separate set of accounts. I have a separate set of accounts that have my Google and my Twitter enabled on them. All right? They're connected to my G+. And it's those that I publish a real video to, not a video out of CC. All right? I publish a real video, and I do real work on the description and whatnot. And why do I do that? Well, I know that I can rank with basically nothing left, with just the keyword, because I already did it. But the reason I go ahead and I put that little bit of extra work in it is because I don't want someone else to come along and poke past me. All right? So, you know, it identifies those opportunities that you can rank for instantly. And when you put your video up, it will. And I'll let you into another little thing that I do, and I'll tell you where it came from. When the folks over at Livestream Genius came to me and asked me to promote their product, I put them through the ringer. Okay, I had a series of tests for them. I said, you have to show me why I would rather use this than use something like Wirecast. Okay, and what are the advantages? And the more tests we ran, of course, you know what happens there, Keith. It brings back more questions. And we learned something kind of interesting, and here's what it was. When we live stream something in, live stream is the strongest instant video you're going to get, right? It actually ranks better than Hangouts. And when we would live stream something in, it would go to its very dominant position, and 80% of the time it would just hold it, right? So we did a test, and we uploaded YouTube videos with the same exact description, everything at the same time. And the YouTube videos would be nowhere to be found. But in that 20% of the time where Google comes in with the chaos factor, the live stream would just completely disappear. And the regular YouTube video would slide right up into its position. That same video that previously you didn't see in the top 100. It's like a pretty cool insurance policy, right? I don't know anybody out there who's talking about that, because that came out of testing between Livestream Genius and myself. But it's sharp, and if you don't understand the chaos factor, here's what it is. Google cannot let anything be consistent, all right? Back between 2008 and 2011, my outsourcing company built thousands upon thousands of websites, literally. And we were using the same build process where we were using exact match domains, unique piece of content on the first page, perfect on-page optimization, and we'd take 20 articles off of eZine articles, and that would be the backfill on the site. We would do perfect on-page optimization for those. 71% of the time, they would hit the first page without any backlinks at all, okay? And what I always ask myself is, what's wrong with the other 29%? Because we chose these niches and whatnot by a particular profile. And there was no reason for these 29% to not rank, except that Google decided these aren't going to rank. This is our chaos factor, right? Well, we get the same thing over in terms of ranking our live stream videos. We see that 20% of the time, they just disappear for no good reason. But if we have uploaded that YouTube video, it will slide up and take its place. Now, is that something cool or what? Somebody says, not clear on how and when you add your money videos. All right, remember what we've done with our video poking. We have identified where we can turn around and rank with no effort. So we take it down right away. We don't want other people to see what we're doing, and we don't want to piss YouTube off. All right, so we take those down. We've got our list. We go back, we create our money video, and we put it into an account for our money videos. Somebody says, what is Google Plus? You want to take that, Keith? Do I need to set up a bunch of YouTube accounts before your software can be used? Well, it depends on how many accounts, how many keywords you want to poke. I have a ratio that I use, and basically what I play it very conservatively. If I will tell you that if you put 50 new poked videos in an account in a single day, you absolutely will get shut down. All right. So what I do is I will put 15 in an account in a day. Now, so let's say you had 3 accounts that you created. You could turn around and you could poke 45 videos a day. I would say most people are very happy poking 300. I think 300 may be a little excessive, unless you've got a decent outsourcing team that's going to go and create the videos for all of those opportunities you found. Do poking accounts burn out? They can. They can. Some people have real challenge with their YouTube accounts. I will tell you that I went to Fiverr and I bought phone verified accounts. Now today, it's tough to find truly phone verified accounts. I think Keith may have something for you on this, but a lot of the guys in Fiverr claim they're phone verified when they're not, right? So I bought truly phone verified accounts and mine have all been fine, but I handle them a certain way.
Yeah, so let me talk a little bit about this because when I first started doing this, I too used Fiverr. Found a guy that gave me 180 verified accounts for I think I paid maybe $50, and within seconds of even logging into those accounts, they were banned. Got a little frustrating. So I found another guy that I have, and I'll give you his source. If you end up investing in the software, I'll give you the sources of the account creators that I use. But I found two of them, and every single account is still working fine to the point where I'm able to poke per account. I start off with 2, 3 per account, and as they age a little bit, I go up to as many as 8 per account now with these. But I just buy 20 accounts. I think I paid $12 for it. Load it up in the software. Run a couple dozen, 3 dozen, pokes, and then let me verbalize this in a way that'll be real easy to understand. I love promoting programs that offer lifetime commissions, and one of those programs that I promoted for the last couple of years has been just about all of the products for BioTrust. BioTrust is a nutrition company that has like protein powders, things like that. So one of the things that I did, I had early success with being one of the first people to promote them on YouTube. But then once they started opening their affiliate program, all of my videos got pushed out pretty quickly by the latest up and comer to push them down. So when the video poking technology came around, and now it's in mass, and whenever they come out with a new product, what I'll do is I have I would call it a Google Suggest scraper on mega steroids because it scrapes a lot of things. And the point is I'll get, maybe 500-600 keywords related to the promotion. I'll get that list. I'll filter through them, generally take it down to about 150. And then I'll run those over a couple days through this system. It will tell me exactly which ones. And more often than not, it's, over half. And then once that's done, I'll create, now this is a little black hatish, I suppose, but what do you expect? I'll take my review video that was created and I'll spin that multiple times. So I'll create different versions of that, same content, just different sizes, just slightly edited in different ways. And each of those then becomes a video targeting that keyword that I can target with this system. So, that's a real world example of an affiliate promotion. Another thing that I did is back in August, there was, debt consolidation back in August was, and still is, I don't know why I'm saying was, a very, very lucrative pay-per-call market. The issue is that most of the keywords that you're going to find in debt consolidation are already going to be saturated. So I was working with modifiers, like the cities and states. And one of the nice things with this system is you can use the modifiers and fairly large keywords, bad loan debt consolidation, Houston, Texas. And this system will automatically add the modifiers to it, thus giving you the ability from a pay-per-call standpoint to figure out which keywords that you can rank for. Then you just upload your videos, put your pay-per-call number in the title, put your pay-per-call number in the description, and move on to the next one. So, that's a couple of real world examples, one from an affiliate promotion, one from, well, they're both affiliates, but one from a pay-per-call promotion. But then if you're a local marketer and the fact that he has, local modifiers that you can add to this, if you do client work, this is a gold mine right here. Did I cover that pretty well?
You did, and I'm looking for something. I'm one of those people that buys everything, right? And I'm trying to remember the name of a product that I bought about 10 days ago. You may be able to help me out on this. It was a niche research product with a lot of filters in it. Came out very recently.
I don't know, but this is cool. We can just look at all your stuff here.
Yeah.
I don't buy too many things. A lot of even my keyword tool is things that we've built in house. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far as saying it. Now, mind you, it's a Windows-based keyword tool. So if you're on Mac, you're either going to have to use a VPS or you're going to have to use a Parallels or something like that. But as another bonus, I'll throw that in too. It's not on the bonus page yet, but it can be by this afternoon. But so in addition to the YouTube sources where I buy my YouTube accounts, I'll throw that little app in there. Nobody has it except me and you soon. But it is the ultimate suggest keyword scraper. And when I say ultimate, it does eBay, Google, Bing, Amazon, YouTube, Ask, and then it'll do max characters. So then it'll search from a suggest standpoint with up to 3 characters, returning massive deduped lists. So it's pretty amazing.
Okay, so I found the name of the software. I bought this software called Niche Reaper, right? And I was just playing around with it, and it's got all these filters on it, right? So it constantly pulls these trending keywords, and some of them did make a lot of sense to me. But I set up a filter, and I said, okay, only give me stuff that has $50,000 worth of advertisement value a month, okay? And only stuff where the buyer intent is 90% or greater. And so, and I'm telling you this because somebody says it's very easy to rank these obscure local keywords with YouTube videos. How about real affiliate offer keywords related to niches, not local stuff, right? So I'm answering your question. So anyway, so I took this Niche Reaper and I had it spit out 50 keywords, right? I took the 50 keywords and I fed them into the software. And some of the keywords made no sense to me at all, right? But I just threw them in. Not the way to do it. And when it was done, out of the 50, it had produced 38 videos. Out of the 38 videos, 11 of them had ranked, and there were like 5 on page 1. Okay? And of those on page 1, it was one of them I remember in particular. I forget the term, but I made a video about this and I posted it in the Facebook group. It had like, I said one of my parameters was the 50. It had to be greater than 50,000. So in these 50 videos, it went to $50,000 to $80,000 a month, right? And this one particular term had like it was only a $12.50 a click, but it had like, I want to say 21,000 searches a month. Some significant traffic. I don't remember the exact numbers. But like I said, there's a video of it in the Facebook group. And I am constantly amazed. At the high dollar keywords. One of the things that I've suggested people do is to go into Offer Vault and grab the titles of all of those offers and just put them in. Grab the products from Offer Vault and put them in and see what ranks. You would think that things weren't going to rank, but I have just seen too many times a lot of attorney keywords and whatnot. Stuff people pay real money, stuff people pay real cost per clicks on ranking, right? So can you use it for affiliate? Absolutely. Somebody says, can you please share the cost? What would it cost to run the software? Like, do we need to pay for proxies? How much of them? How often do we change them? Okay. I have 3 accounts, 3 YouTube accounts that I just run straight off of my IP, right? My regular IP. And, that's just kind of life. But I have a bunch of other accounts that I run off of US IPs. And if you're going to do a lot of poking, then you're going to need to go through proxies, because I think beyond about 3 accounts with YouTube, you're going to start to annoy them. They're going to see your real IP, right? And so if you use proxies, you need IP locked proxies. I personally prefer Squid proxies. I will tell you that you can go to Squid proxies and you can use the code, capital letters, write this down, BHW promo. BHW promo. It's Black Hat World promo. It'll save you 30%. He says, how often do I need to change my proxies? I'm a big believer that if you're not out there scraping the hell out of the world with your proxies, don't change them. I've had the same 50 proxies since last June 6th. Okay? And the reason I say don't change them is because when you change them and they give you however many more you're running, right? And you could get away with, as I said, 3 accounts per IP. You could be getting proxies that somebody else has beat the hell out of. Somebody else has abused. I know where these proxies have been since last June, right? So it works out for me. Somebody says, can we use your outsourced company to run these campaigns for me? No, thank you.
Well, here's the thing: is you don't need to. The software is automated. For myself, what I have is I have it set up on a Windows 2008 VPS machine, and I just let it run. And it literally takes about 10 minutes to set it up the first time, and that's really without even looking at the directions. If you look at the directions, you spend 10 minutes on that. It takes you about 5 minutes to set it up. Let it run. Depending on how many you're going to be running, it's going to take a couple hours. But it's automated. That's the beauty of this. You can pay, $125 a week for an outsourcer to do this manually. You could pay $125 a week for an outsourcer to push 1 or 2 buttons and then sit back and really do nothing. Or you could just push 1 or 2 buttons, save the money, and just look at your data. I mean, you're getting data without necessarily having to buy it. I love paid traffic for the data aspect. This right here, you're getting data for just a little bit of time that's not even your time. My VPS, I could show you another resource I'll show you if you invest in this, is where to get a killer VPS for less than $20 a month. So that's, yeah.
I don't know if it'll work or not, Keith, but I was looking at a VPS earlier today. In fact, I started to sign up for it because I get a lot of people, we don't run on a Mac. So if you got a Mac, know that this doesn't run on a Mac, right? It may work through an emulator. I can't guarantee it. But it doesn't work in Mac's native mode. And so I was on a VPS company earlier today that had VPSs for $5. Okay? And the only reason I didn't, because I want to test it. I want to see, if it does work, then I've got a very clean solution I can offer people. But it said they were running Windows Server 2003, and I don't know if you can put .NET 4.5.2, which is a minimum. So that'll be interesting to test. But for $5, you don't even have to tie up your own computer overnight. You could be running it on a VPS, and you say you've got a good one for less than $20.
Right. Somebody says
Niche Reaper is old. This may be 2.0, right? It's new to me, as you could see from my JVZoo. My JVZoo, in my outsourcing business, and I'm not taking any clients right now, so this is not an advertisement. But in my outsourcing business, I make all the stuff that's possible for me to make available to my customer base, out of my JVZoo. And I get a lot of people who call and ask me, what do you have that's new this month? In my opinion, it's the wrong question. You should be saying, this is what I'm trying to do. What do you have that could help me, right? But it's, what do you have that's new this month? And so I print out my JVZoo stuff. And last time I printed it up, it was like 67 pages. It's disgusting. Okay. Are there any, let's see. Would this work on 1 gigabyte of RAM VPS? I haven't tested it on a 1 gigabyte of RAM VPS, but I can say this. We do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And when it comes to refunds, I have a hair trigger. If it's not doing exactly what you want it to do, if you're not happy with it, I am more than happy to give you your money back. Keith, I made one big mistake with this software. And that was releasing it in the first place.
Well, I even told you that.
I can make far more money on this. I can make far more money with it just using it myself than I can selling it. And I've had people that beg me to take it off the market. I know people say that, you know, as sales gimmicks and whatnot. This isn't a sales gimmick. I mean, you can see in the Facebook group where people have said, hey, Jeff, why don't you take it off the market and we'll all just give you double what we already paid for it. I mean, really, this is very cool. But what happened was I was watching this replay of a webinar where a guy was explaining video poking, and he had the whole, using the CC videos. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and this is $497. And I'm saying, okay, let's see the software. Let's see the software. We get so far into it, and he says, and for the first 50 people who buy this, I'm going to give them this piece of software that will scrape your YouTube links so that you can take it over to your paid rank checker and find out whether you're ranking or not. And I'm like, really? You didn't automate this? And I don't know why people were saying for the longest time this couldn't be automated, but I took a look at it and I said, this has to be automated because I'm just too lazy to do this manually. Any other questions?
Let's put a link up. I know.
Oh, yes. Why don't we do that?
So, guys, first of all, let me say this. You're going to be surprised at the price. That's ridiculous. I've even told him that several times. 2, you're immediately through JVZoo will get access to my bonuses. Right now on the bonus page are the 2 resources that you should be using to get your YouTube accounts. Later today, I'll put up my resource for the VPS as well as the keyword system. So you'll have access to that a little bit later this afternoon. But quite frankly, I think that this is the deal of the century. If you go to 2xseo.com/buddy, I don't know if you could put that link up there.
I am trying. I had it sitting in here ready to go, and it vanished on me.
That's okay. You can just type it in. It's 2xseo.com/BUDDY. That's all it is.
Well, let's see if this works.
And just think, by the end of today, you could have found probably, 20 or 30 targets. So if you're in, say, auto insurance in a local community, like for instance, Houston, has probably 50 different suburbs around here. You can take every one of those suburbs, put them up, and then if you don't have a client that is a car insurance provider willing to pay you right away, use a pay per call offer until you're able to find one. But I guarantee you'll be able to get, depending on, Sure Hits is paying anywhere from $7 to $9 a click, up to, $45 per full page submission from other companies. So are you able to put that link up yet?
Did you see it?
Nope.
Well, it was supposed to go in.
So that's just another way to do that. So you can, oftentimes when you're dealing with pay-per-call offers, that's what I love YouTube for that. I love putting that in the title of search engine optimized pages as well. Put them in the titles because they show up. And, it's nothing like having a top listing for, say, car insurance, Kingwood, Texas, and then having my pay-per-call phone number right there in the title and in the description.
Do you have it now?
Nope. But if you go to 2xseo.com/BUDDY, you'll be able to get to the link. And when we send out this replay, I'll have that link in there as well. I've apologized for this, guys. Let me see. Is there a way I can put that in the comment at least? 2xseo.com/BUDDY. I don't know if this comment tracker helps, but no, it doesn't.
Yeah, I had it set up in the live control dashboard, and I put it there again, and you're not getting it.
I am not. Nope.
On air message. Yeah, I'm seeing it here. Okay, what are you seeing on my screen?
Yeah, that's just leave it up like that. Yeah, we can see that. It's 2xseo.com/buddy. The price is ridiculous, in my opinion. It should be double that price, and I think you'll agree once you understand and start using the system. The bonuses that I'm giving away so far is the keyword system, the VPS, and my YouTube providers, that's immediately available after you order. Generous refund guarantee. If you don't like it for whatever reason, refund it. But with that being said, use your head. Go to Ring Partners and grab every single pay-per-call offer on there and get the phone numbers, and just imagine what's going to happen, when you find 10 to 20 targets for each pay-per-call offer on there and you put your phone number in it. You know what? It's only going to take maybe 5 actions to make your money back on this deal. So it does not require much. If you have local clients, this is just a dream come true. Yeah.
I got 2 things for you there, Keith. One is I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and he goes out and he signs up attorneys. And I like pay-per-call, but he doesn't like pay-per-call at all, right? So what he does is he goes in and he blankets an area with keywords, and then he has a significant price tag. He starts off and he charges him a $3,500 setup and a couple grand a month. He'll let him talk him down to $2,500 in the setup, and he monitors every call. He uses ACT, and he monitors every call. And he says as long as they get 1 case a month, it's paid for itself. So it doesn't matter how many calls actually come in. As long as they get that 1 case, it's paid for itself. They're happy. You follow me? It's a different perspective. Here's another thing. I was talking to another client, and this guy, have you ever heard of the Thomas Registry?
Oh, of course. Yep.
Okay. So, well, for those who don't know, it's a manufacturer's reference, and they charge, depending on where you are on the page, etc., between $8,000 and $15,000 a year. And they have a website that doesn't rank at all. So this guy wants to go out and compete with them, and he wants to put this stuff up that ranks. But how do you turn around and charge for it, right? Well, manufacturers aren't going to do affiliate commissions. And how do you know what a lead's worth? Because if you're a company that manufactures, say, rivets, right, the difference in the size of orders could be, huge. So I suggested to him after we did some brainstorming, I said, look, take your videos and group them into sets of 15. So 15 keywords, right, that you can easily rank for. And then turn around and go to them and say, look, I've got videos up for these 15 keywords. And out of these 15, most of them are sitting around page 1. Here's what I guarantee you. You see, I don't own Google, and I know that these videos are going to move up and down. But at any given time, 5 of them will always be on page 1, and then charge them accordingly. And it's a very easy promise to keep, right? Because you're probably, without any work at all, probably 9 of them are going to hold their position. Then you can turn around and come back to them the following month and offer to sell them another 15. More than
in the words of the immortal, we'll just say, boom.
Yeah. I had one gentleman, actually I had two people, come back for refunds because an affiliate did not give them their bonus that they promised. And out of those two, one of them has come back and said, I think I was a little hasty. Would you let me back in at that price? I said, well, here's the current price, and you can come back in at the current price. Got to be fair to everybody else.
That's it. Well, guys, if you have more questions, post them in. Otherwise, go to 2xseo.com/buddy and pick this up. The bonuses are just for anybody watching this video watching this webinar live, and my bonuses will also be extended to anybody that watches the replay. But I'll tell you, this is for the amount of time you're going to actually have to invest in it, which is just not much. It's as much as you want, but it doesn't require a lot. By all means, the returns it's just astronomical. It's just silly.
Okay.
We're back in the days of AdSense in 2006, 2007 when big months were the norm. That's where we are with this. This is the next gold rush. And the funny thing is I'm not talking about it much. There's a good sized community with this already. But I guarantee you only people who understand the power are using it to its extent. And this thing gets data. It's a data machine.
Somebody asked a question. They say that the link is showing up. I put a buy thing. It didn't work, but they are seeing the message at the bottom of the webinar. Okay, with your link. Somebody says, are there any upsells or OTOs? All right. Personally, I hate OTOs. All right. I know they're supposed to be important for marketing and generating more money and all this, but I hate OTOs. I hate when somebody says, I'm selling you the solution. And then after you pay the money, then they say, by the way, if you really want it to work, you need this little piece over here. Well, here's the thing. I don't have any OTOs. We do have an add-on for this product. Here's what it is. It's called Buddy VIP Cartesian. All right. And what it does, it's just a time saver. It creates what's called a Cartesian output. So if you have, let's say you had 1,000 keywords and you had 1,000 locations, right? You could load in your 1,000 keywords, your 1,000 locations, and it will produce the exact file that you would use, the keyword comma location for every possible combination. All right? Now, we have only ever sold that. If you get this is not for the people watching the replay. If you get this on the webinar, I will give you Buddy VIP Cartesian.
That's pretty cool.
Upsell.
I don't even have that. I'm sitting there thinking, why don't I have that?
You probably missed the post on it. We didn't do big promotion at it, but yeah. So there are no upsells or OTOs. We do have a companion product, but like I said, for those who buy on the webinar or within an hour of when the webinar closes down, I will give you Buddy VIP Cartesian.
Well, that's pretty generous. I like that.
And Jeremy says, I am in.
Awesome, Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy, real quick, since you're in and you're still on, make sure that you're able to log into my site and see the bonus page. I tested it myself, but you know what? I could test my own things all day long, and it's always going to work. But as soon as somebody else does it, Murphy's Law. So if you can see my bonus page, just check back there tonight. You'll have the other two bonuses that I was not expecting to put on there. So.
Well, I'm glad somebody was able to buy, because I see somebody says link is broken, showed up as
Well, it may need to be www.2xseo.com. I don't know
We have
why.
another pool I'm in. Yeah, folks, if you got any questions about this, please ask. We have a very active Facebook group, and I'm going to do something that I haven't done on one of these webinars before either. Here's another thing. I will tell you that there are 3 secret features to this program. All right. And we revealed them to a select group of people the other day. What was it? Sunday. But before they did, they had to go through a page where there's a non-disclosure agreement. And then we recorded it, so there's a video that will explain it all to you. You need to get a little poking experience first before you see these, but the people were just blown away. I don't know, Keith, did you make that webinar?
No, but you told me previously, so I already knew what it was, and I would say that it is it's power. It's definitely advanced. It's advanced, and he's right. You need to get comfortable using the software first, and then I think only then will you truly understand the power of that. But if you'll make that available after NDA, those 3 features are. Can I say who that would be best suited for? Would that be okay?
I will tell you that it is best suited for one of 2 types of people. People who are working in local and people who are operating in a foreign language.
That's powerful right there.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much further than that. John Berry. John bought this software, he says, a couple weeks ago, and he's having some kind of problem. John, I give out my Skype in the Facebook group, and if you contact me, we will make this work for you. I don't know what kind of issue you're having because there's no detail here, but we've put out about right now, I want to say 400 copies, and I haven't come across anybody that I couldn't make this work.
And John, I will tell you, in the beginning, because I was using poorly created accounts, I had some issues. Get with me privately, and I'll hook you up with my guys. Use these guys to create your accounts. I haven't had any issues, and quite frankly, I've been able to take these accounts and do all sorts of stuff with them. So they're so far, all the accounts that I've gotten from these guys have been pretty bulletproof. So,
you know, each time I do this, Keith, I have to tell you something that really sucks. Each time I do this, I partner up with somebody who puts up some really cool bonuses, and because I'm not buying my product through your link, I don't get those bonuses.
Sorry, man. Unless you back it up.
I'm dropping hints here, Keith.
I know. I'll afterwards. I'll hook you up.
I appreciate that. I mean, I've seen somebody had put up as a bonus. They had put up, get this, YouTube accounts from before YouTube was owned by Google.
That's pretty aged right there,
isn't it? I would have liked to have gotten one of those, but I didn't buy through their link.
Well, let me tell you this. When did Google acquire?
It was like 2006, wasn't it?
2006. Okay, so some of the aged. So one of the providers that I have gives you all sorts of choices. I mean, you'll have choices of aged accounts, double PVA accounts, you name it. I only go with aged accounts, and the reason why is I always, as soon as I get my accounts, I log in, make sure that if any, if it's been several months, they're still going to hit me with put a recovery password in there or whatever. And then I'll go into Google Drive, I'll go into YouTube, I'll just go in everywhere, make sure all the boxes are taken care of. And then when I log out, I clear on my history, I clear everything. If you're using CC Cleaner, all the better. And then go into my next account. But I'll do that for each one. And these the aged ones are the ones that I'm referring to. Never hit me with a recovery phone number. Always, if they hit me with anything, it's just, is this a new location that you're logging in from? And what's your recovery email? And without a doubt, that's the only, those are the only security options I'm hit with, obstacles, I should say. So
somebody asked, what is the Facebook group? The thank you page after you buy has a Facebook group on it. It is a private group, so I do have to go in and approve you, but
let me also say something about your Facebook group. I'm not very active on Facebook groups, it's just from a time management standpoint. But I will say between you and one or two of your power members in that group, there are some gold nuggets worth reading. And then you even, I believe you even have people in there that create just training webinars for your product.
Yeah, so, isn't that amazing? And I didn't even ask for it, but yeah. There's one guy, he came on to help me with a webinar one time, and it was supposed to go for an hour, and it ended up going for 3.5 hours. And I had bought one of these progressive streaming deals for $900. Well, I actually at one point got shut down because in a period of 8 days, that single video had run over 300 gigs of bandwidth. I mean, just chewed it up. And people were sharing it on Black Hat sites and whatnot. I'm like, oh, this is problematic. But yeah, gold. A lot of good information has come out of there. And then he did 3 webinars after that, and one of them he didn't record, and people went crazy. They thought they were going to be able to catch it on the replay. Yeah, somebody says, "Where's the bonus?" The bonus, Keys bonuses are supposed to be right inside of your JV Zoo.
Yeah, it's at the bottom, right below where it says "Access the product." It should say "Access the bonus." That's JV Zoo automates that. But if there's an issue, just contact. I can give you it's just a registration link into a member site that's going to give you a page, and the page has everything on it.
And in my case, for the Buddy VIP Cartesian, I'm going to have to go in and manually create those. Because there's nothing set up to automatically give that away. Like I said, we've never done that before. And to the folks who have been on the webinar, you're still here. There's an opt-in form. I don't do this to turn around and send you advertisements for rubber dog shit. All right, but I have to issue licenses for this software. And so what I do is I take it right out of an autoresponder to do it, your name and your email. So buddyenterprise.net/software-giveaway. buddyenterprise.net/software-giveaway. And when you get to that page, you're not going to see a button that says submit or click here. You just put in your information and hit enter.
Hey, Jeffrey, would it be, so one of the bonuses is my exclusive keyword tool. Do you think it would be of value for me to give away one of the campaigns that I'm currently working on, like one of the newest campaigns I'm working on, as well as show the tool in action? Is there a way for me to take over the screencast of this?
You have Hangouts installed on your deal. You have, I don't know if there's a way to hand you the controls or not.
Hold on. Just tell me if, oh, you know what? I can, let me see here. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Tell me if you see my screen. It says I am screen sharing.
It says you're screen sharing.
All right. Tell me if you see my VPS. Do you see
I
something?
See something that says this live event will begin in a few moments.
Oh, that's weird. So it doesn't say the almighty hog. It's a beautiful thing about living in Texas. Okay. So, well, it stinks, man. I was hoping to be able to show. Oh, well, I guess not. It says I'm screen sharing, but I don't think I am.
Well, I've got a different view than what the folks out there would have. And how about you folks out there? Somebody tell us, can you see Keith's screen?
Yeah, if you can see my screen, you'll see a keyboard.
Somebody says if we buy from the link on 2XO, are we getting the bonuses from both of them? Yes, you are.
Yes, that's the only way to get both bonuses. All right, compete. Anybody that's listening to me, can you see my screen? And the screen has.
He says keyword hog. Jeremy McNamara says keyword hog.
Perfect. You're seeing it.
Yes,
okay.
I can see it. So everybody but me can see it.
Okay, let me just go through with you. So I like to think out of the box when it comes to affiliate promotions, and I like to promote things that I'm personally interested in at the same time. So I love craft beer. Now, mind you, I don't get to drink a lot of it, but I do enjoy the taste of craft beers. Well, if you go into ShareASale, they only have about 10,000 merchants, and if you type in craft beer, they have a insanely high converting craft beer of the month club. It's $39. You get 12 bottles. Plus a newsletter, plus all these other little things. So when you're going to poke, what would be an appropriate seed for craft beer of the month club? Probably craft beer. So we'll just put in craft beer. Now notice the search options. Search Google, search Amazon, Ask, Yahoo, eBay, Bing, and YouTube. This is getting the suggest functions from each one. Let's just take away these and just leave Google. Then we'll say enable max characters, and the reason why we want to do that is normal suggest boxes will just do like keyword A, keyword B, keyword C. This does keyword A, keyword AB, keyword ABC, and every permutation from that. So what we'll do is we just have those checked. We click get keyword ideas, and now look, this is just going down, getting from Google every single suggest term for every option. So there's 2,903 versions that this is going through, and then doing a very fast scrape of each one, and then automatically deduping each of those. So right now we're already up to 527 keywords. I'll go ahead and cancel this. So the point being is that by doing this, then I would just export it to a keyword list and just go through it. I mean, there's going to be obvious things, let's see, some of the early ones, that's actually a great one. Craft beer 1 billion, I would eliminate that, but some of these other ones are great. And I would run these keywords through Buddy and let Buddy tell me what can rank on YouTube. And of course, if you want to take things a little step further, you now have a keyword list, the data from Buddy. And then you go out and, then you put those same videos up on like Daily Motion and all the other places. I mean, any second tier video engine. But this is a great way to get a seed. So I just wanted to give you a little niche that I am personally in and give you a very, very quick way of getting keywords that are suitable for testing.
Okay, I have put on the bottom of the screen below the 2xseo.com/buddy. I put in the URL for the software giveaway. That's whether you buy or not, you get the Buddy first page YouTube checker, or the YouTube first page checker. Something we didn't show when we demonstrated the software, and there's so many features that I didn't cover, is we give you a choice. You can check your rankings in Google, but you can also check them in YouTube. And I would not have thought this, but for those of you that know Holly, right? I have to take Holly seriously, because you look on.
Hold on, I don't know if it. I mean, first of all, who's Holly? I mean, is that a system or?
No, Holly's a super affiliate. Holly Stark.
Okay.
And,
Holly Stark.
Yeah, and she's got. If you look on JB Zoo, she's got over 25,000 sales. So I take her a bit seriously, and she brought something up in that 3.5 hour, what ended up being a 3.5 hour webinar. She was one of the panelists, and she gets traffic. She actually, for some of her niches, she gets more traffic on YouTube than she does Google. And so we added into the tool the option of checking YouTube for YouTube rankings, right? And most of the features in the software have come about like this. This software is now, it's less than 2 months old, and we are about to release version 3.6 with all the iterations in between.
Yeah, you are. There's a lot of y'all make updates, and you take a lot of suggestions. So, like Jeremy's one of the smarter guys that I personally know. So you have guys like that are software engineers by trade that, can look at this and even give, really good feedback on, the development. But I know that even some of the ideas that I've had, you've integrated and quickly.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we had one update we called the Keith Baxter update.
Yeah, I mean, and that was fast. So you guys move. You guys move quickly.
All right. Any other questions, folks? Has everybody got all the URLs that they need?
Yeah, just remember, guys, 2xseo.com/buddy. This is going to be an edited video when it goes out on replay. So everybody that came on live gets the extra bonus. It gets all of my bonuses.
They'll get the VIP Cartesian, those who are here live. Somebody says there is no submit button. Yeah, I covered that. You don't need a submit button. You just need to hit enter. For some reason, that's how SendReach does their forms.
Well, we need to tell them to change that because that's not how people are conditioned.
I know, and people always get confused. Oh, there's no place to submit this. Somebody says, not yet. PC crashed about 3 minutes ago and you're giving out the bonus. All right, so can you see the bottom of the webinar where it lists the 2 URLs? It says, can you give it again? buddyenterprise.net/software-giveaway. And Keith's links to buy is 2xeo.com/buddy. Keith's bonuses are in JVZoo, and just to keep them honest, I'm going to remind you, Keith, you have another bonus you're going to throw in there for him.
Yeah, I've already showed it. I just showed it. As soon as we're off, I have to go run one errand, but then as soon as I'm back from that, we will do this. Also, if you live in the state of Texas, let me tell you this. Don't forget to pay your franchise taxes at the end of the year. The Texas State Comptroller does not like that. Let's just say my CPA is no longer my CPA.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I get to go make a little trip after this.
Remember, they execute more people in Texas than in any other state.
They tried a few times on me, but it just doesn't work. It's all that craft beer, I suppose.
All right, well, folks, I'm going to, oh, wait a minute. We may have, let's see. Software giveaway, no button to click. Okay, there's my apologies about this. On the webinar page, it's a software giveaway. That's not where your software giveaway is going to happen for me. Okay? You go to that page and you opt in, and I have to put your license in. I use the opt-in to do that. How many hours we have to get all the bonuses when we purchase this offer? Well, I'm going to wait 1 hour after the end of the webinar, and then I'm going to go enter in the licenses for all of the Buddy VIP Cartesian. Keith's bonuses are already there except for the keyword tool, which he says he's going to take care of.
And the VPS resource, I've got that too to pass along.
VPS resource after he deals with his franchise tax issues.
Yes. Thank you, State of Texas.
All righty. Well, that'll do it. Keith, I want to thank you for bringing your customers and friends along.
Well, yeah, my pleasure, guys. Well, I mean, you know what, guys? I only want to bring the I don't want to say this is black hat, but you know what? This is something I use in my own business, and it's automated an expensive manual process that didn't give me half the data. So now it's in your hands if you want it. So I highly suggest you pick this up if you want a cool tool set. 2xseo.com/buddy. They're constantly updating this, and they're taking your user suggestions. The more people in the community that use it, the more smart people that are actively using it, the more great suggestions the community will get, and the software will continually be updated with that. So highly recommend it. So
I keep thinking we're done.
Yeah, well, we are done. Guys, thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day today. I appreciate you. I have to get on the road. Expect the bonuses up there by 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully I'm not in jail by then, but I doubt it. So there you go.
Be well, all. Thanks for coming. Take care.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.